Hey everyone, we are going to share 3 tips for being more consistent. I'm going to dive straight into this, but before I do, I want to post our sponsorship flyer for anyone that would like to become a sponsor for our Boss Babe Business Show and have their brand advertised. So, by signing up for this sponsorship opportunity, you would pay $40, and in exchange, we're going to place a flyer of your business information, contact us information with a list of your services, and we would put that on our show every single night. Every Thursday night when we do our show, we shout you out. We usually do about 2 to 4 shows every month. Normally, it's 4 every month. So we would be shouting out your brand to our audience so they can learn more about what you do. All right. Now that we talked about the sponsorship opportunity, let's go ahead and move into this conversation, which is 3 tips for being more consistent. So these are, I guess you could call it tips, advice, consulting, mindset hacks, whatever sounds prettiest to you, but it's basically just me sharing ways that you can help yourself be more consistent. This is a topic that people often ask me because they see me on go all the time, whether it's for my events or social media management or taking care of clients or following through with commitments, shows, and things like that. They often ask me, how are you able to be consistent? What are tips that you have? And another comment that I often get is, I wish I had your energy. I wish I had your motivation or your spirit in order for me to be consistent as well. So let's talk about these 3 tips. The first tip is stop comparing yourself to, stop making non productive comparisons. So I say that because in business and in growth, you are sometimes going to need to compare behaviors, not yourself, but behaviors, so that you can be able to elevate your performance. But a lot of times people make non productive comparisons. For example, you're comparing yourself to someone that doesn't have similar goals or isn't going to the same place as you, and their actions are going to be sometimes mediocre. So if you're comparing yourself to the next person and that person is doing mediocre work or not really investing in themselves, you're going to be comparing yourself to that and thinking that because they're doing this, that means you're okay. Don't compare yourself to other people. Hold yourself accountable to what you said you're going to do for yourself, because that's kind of like the way that it's like a gateway into not following through for yourself. Is like looking at the next person and saying, well, they didn't do it, or they're not here, or they stopped doing it. It's about being the catalyst and deciding that you are the person that changes the energy. You're the person that provides a solution. You're the person that makes things happen. And so when you start looking at yourself like that, you stop focusing on comparing what other people are doing. Don't worry about if other people are showing up to an event. You show up for yourself. Don't worry about if other people are practicing, talking about their business. You practice for yourself. These are things that you need to be doing for yourself, taking initiative to focus on what you need to do to grow versus trying to compare yourself to the next person to make yourself feel okay about not actually going for your dreams. That's what we want to avoid. So, the next tip is understanding that it's a mindset. Oftentimes, people will say things like I said, they'll say things to me like, oh, I wish I had your energy. Oh, I wish I had your drive. Oh, I just wish I didn't have kids, or I wish that I had that physical energy. What they're not understanding is that this isn't energy that they're seeing. It's it's me making the decision that this is not an option and that it has to get done. And that's where people get it confused. So when they say things like, oh, if I just didn't have kids or if I just had energy, it's not energy, it's discipline. It's me making a decision. So you have to understand that it's not an option. Create that mindset in your head, because once you start telling yourself that it's not an option and this must get done, you're going to focus less on creating excuses for why you couldn't do it, and you're going to focus more on getting creative on making it happen. And so that's the mindset shift that has to happen if you want to see success and growth within your business. It's no longer will I do it? It's I'm going to do it. It has to get done. The question is not will I do it? It's how will I get it done? So transition from will I do it to how will I get it done, and watch your business and your mindset elevate. Number 3, there's no magic potion behind consistency. People try to make you feel like if you do this and if you do that and if you try this. I said tips, hacks, whatever you want to call it, insight. But the reality is that you are the magic. You are the catalyst. So there are going to be days when you really just don't feel like doing it. There are going to be days when quitting might sound tempting, and you have to understand that the reason why the business is going to grow is going to be because of you. And once you understand that, you start to work harder at being more consistent for yourself because you get it. You realize it's all up to you. So instead of waiting for the magical opportunity, the magical moment, the magical tools, the magical recipe, the magical, insight, whatever you want to call it, understand that you are the magic and create your own magic. Create your own opportunities. Research your own insight. Create your own discipline. Figure that out for yourself, because the longer you sit and wait for somebody to hand that to you, the longer you're stopping yourself from getting to your destination and from living in your passion when you really could be living in it now. And this is just a bonus, but understand that you have everything that you need to grow and to be successful right now. People will make you feel like you have to go and break the bank in order for you to achieve your dreams. People will make you feel like you can't be successful if you don't do things a certain kind of way. And people will also try to make you feel like if you don't have a certain level of funding, you can't achieve things in life. And that's simply not the reality for a lot of people. And I say this because there are people out here who have God-given talents or natural talents, whatever you want to call it. You have a natural talent, a natural gift or skill that you could be utilizing right now that costs you $0 to use, and you're sleeping on it because you're allowing other people, insecure people's projections to teach you or tell you that you can't achieve what you need to with what you have right now. So start telling yourself that you have everything that you need to achieve. Because I remember at one point in time, a person belittling my dreams and kind of downplaying my dreams because I didn't have a certain level of funding, and making kind of like a negative connotation or passive aggressively saying that I won't be able to achieve certain heights because I don't have certain equipment. And I can say that without having, millions of dollars of equipment and a $1 million marketing team, not only was I able to grow my clientele and am continuing to grow them, but I was able to multiply the views, the followers, the subscribers on my platform. We can even use YouTube as an example. I have over 20,000 views for YouTube now, and monthly we're generating around 10,000 views a month on average. But for the month of January, we generated 6,000 views. For the month of February, we generated over 11,000 views. And for this upcoming month of March, we are projected to generate around 12,000 plus views. And I did all of this without a fancy marketing team, which doesn't mean you don't want to get one down the line. Doesn't mean you don't want to invest in it. But you telling yourself that you can't be successful now just because you don't have the kind of funding that you would like to have is basically putting, a negative connotation on your dreams that you don't have to have, because you can be successful. But it's about showing up for yourself and holding yourself accountable to following through with what you commit to and taking yourself serious. And if you do those things, you will see the growth. But if you don't do those things and you make that mental excuse of it didn't matter because you didn't have what you needed anyways, you're going to find yourself with what a lot of people end up being, which is okay with complacency, okay with mediocrity. So if you want to break that cycle, then you have to understand that you are the magic recipe. There is nothing else outside of that. It's you. It's you being consistent for yourself and showing up for yourself. So I hope this message resonates with somebody. I hope that you took at least one thing from this to help you grow business-wise, emotionally wise, things like that. And I may end up coming back for another live this evening, or this morning, should I say, to talk about our sponsorship, 3 reasons why you should become a sponsor so you can have your business advertised on our show. And even if you don't have a business, why you might want to still become a sponsor, and a couple of other business insight I will be sharing. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. On YouTube, we now have over 180 subscribers. And once we reach 200 subscribers, we are going to be giving away a free website. With this website will come training on how to utilize it. You do not have to worry about paying a fee to release that. Hello, thank you for joining. You do not have to worry about paying a fee to really have the website released to you. We teach you how to use it for yourself. If you want to purchase website management, you can, but it's not required. If you want to purchase other services, you can, but it's not required. We're going to teach you how to do it yourself. So that's actually, I think that will be what my next video will be about. So thanks for watching, everyone, and meet me here again in about maybe 2 minutes, and we'll talk about that together. Bye-bye.